That that is a Twitch Xbox issue. There is nothing I can do about that. It's either choppy audio or Twitch doesn't work on my console, period.
Anyway, we're gonna make the best of it, and we're gonna enjoy some good racing today.
And audio is coming through beautifully.
Righto, righto, here we go. Pre-race nerves, pre-race tension rising for quali.
That is true. However, before we do all the official intro and stuff like that, Mr. Efficients, I've got a story if you're interested.
Well then, what's the story of the stream? Let's make that a thing now. The story of the stream.
Right. Here's the story. So, as you know, I've recently transferred from the software business to the death business.
Okay.
And I made a phone call today, which I will never forget.
Okay, go on.
I made a phone call, and I said, "Can I speak to Mrs. Such and Such?" And this guy went, "No." And I was like, "Is there a reason why? Is she out? Is she, anything?" And he went, "No. She's fallen down the stairs and broke a leg."
That is inconvenience.
Now, bearing in mind, she has broken her leg at the bottom of the stairs. I hear this angry Scottish woman go, "Who are you talking to? Is that for me? Give me the goddamn phone!" And I hear this angry Scottish woman "Just shut up! Give me the phone!" I hear the phone be passed from him to her, and it goes from that to, "Hello, dearie. What can I do for you?" Bear in mind, she's got a broken leg. And I was like, I've heard you broke your leg. It can, this can wait." And she went, "Oh, no, it's just a broken bone. It's fine." And I'm like, what the hell are you made of?
Steel.
Right? So, after I talked with her for like 8 minutes about what I needed to, she handed her phone back, and I just heard, "Don't you ever answer a phone call for me again! Now get me to a doctor!"
That must have
Honest to God, she was the most wonderful battle axe I've ever talked to.
Must have been an interesting phone call.
I've had worse, but there's subjects on those I can't say on stream. But as numbers are slowly starting to climb, and we're slowly getting ready, Mr. Fishgens, let's get funky dunky like a little rubber ducky in a pond.
Let's get ready to rumble!
FSS isn't boxing, but if it was boxing, I will happily fight anyone that isn't Mike Tyson.
Way to kill the atmosphere, mates. Come on. Let me at least hype up everything.
Okay. Here's the better way of hyping up everything. Ready? You'll spot it when I do it.
Oh.
Welcome back to FTC RTV. This is the JTC300 round 4. Yes, we are over halfway through, and this is round 4. The amount of funny enough, the amount of times FS thinks about Sophia in a day.
Oh, you
join us.
You sneaky old bastards.
Okay, less of the old shitbag, right? You currently join us as qualifying is about to get underway. We are at the Le Mans Bugatti circuit, and in my opinion, quite an underused racetrack because it is a nice little track. It has sort of like twin rig Motegi vibes, but it's in the land of cheese and people who surrender. So, let's see. In chat already, we've got DRT Smith saying, "Back in business, and what times are competitive this week? I haven't had any time to compare." T Smith, I only came on camera. I haven't looked in the Discord, and I'm hosting the damn thing. So, we'll see on the day, because practice times we know are irrelevant. First time chat from viewer FCB Grizzly in the house. Nice to see you here, Grizzly. Now, I think, if I'm right in saying, FCB Grizzly is the same Grizzly that I met on the photography side of the Forza photography. And he says, who gave Jubert crack? Grizzly, no one gave him crack. He's always that mental and stupid. So don't worry about it, Grizzly. That's Jubert on the norm. It's when he's quiet or kind. That's when you need to worry, because something is awry. There is a disturbance in the force when that goes on, and I expect to have an angry message from him about that very, very soon. But, as people are getting ready, this is a series that is wonderfully sponsored by the people over at Haste. For those of you who don't know, Haste, they do all your software needs to get your business off the ground, get more clients in, get more people in, and they help you where you need it. So, go check out Haste. They were kind enough to sponsor this so that we can give the winner of this series some cold, hard cashola. Kogan's Place says, good luck, Darth Stormmaker, wishing you the best of luck, and good luck to the rest of the drivers. Have fun and try your best. We always try our best, Kogan, but that is not the first rule of FTC. The first rule of FTC is as long as you're having a good time, you're good with us. But unless it's an after-hours stream, I can't be having fun with myself, because that wouldn't be inappropriate, would it? So, with me as always, I've got a co-host, and he is back. He is cuddly. We had a confusing weekend with one another, but that's a story for another day. But things are better again. Things are on the mend, and he is as buttery and slippery and delicious as ever. He is the lip-smacking Belgian Mr. Efficienz. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good evening to everybody in chat. Hi everybody. I'm looking very much forward to round 4 of this amazing Super GT JTC300. Can we just call it Super GT series, or it's what the Super GT series here on FTC? Let's get this thing shifted into a high gear.
This is the FTC JTC300.
just call it Super GT, mates.
All I can say is this. This series is a dyslexic's nightmare. How do I know? Because I am dyslexic, and I hate it. Just simply because of all the singular letters. I loathe it.
Meanwhile, we're getting our first times in from our first people that finished their first fast lap, and I don't think it's not... it's okay, a bit of a shock. After the first lap.
Yeah, we've got SVR Spectre with a 144.4. However, I do believe Sean is going to struggle around here today. If they're even here. Are they?
Yeah, Sean is in this lobby. You should be here.
Just making sure. Yeah, Sean is currently in, well, provisional second. Because the Subaru is quite heavy around these corners. And Spectre in the NSX, I believe, will have a nice time, just simply because of the easier throttle control, if I'm all honest, and like the lower centre of gravity. So, with that being said, we are on the final lap of qualifying now. We have got 3 laps qualifying, 1 out lap and 2 hot laps, because if they make a mistake, they've got 1 more lap to make things interesting. And we have got 2 races tonight, each consisting of 18 laps, 1 pit stop if they need it. Actually, no, they do need to take a pit stop. Not on the first lap, not on the last lap. And the second race is decided by the order of race 1 as they finish. So, things are going to be interesting. And I've just seen in chat Mr. Alan Toast with a hey and a love heart. Toast, it's always a pleasure, and I will say, surprisingly fast on the track.
You can say that again. He was strong last Friday. As Stingray moves in provisional pole.
TMS Stingray does get in provisional pole with a 144.2. He just bitch slapped Spectre out of top.
I suppose a new challenger has
Mamacita.
approached and the NSXs are on the rise. Especially a good thing compared to last week, which was a bit of a corner show, if you ask me.
What makes it worse is Sean didn't improve. He is third.
Oh, and it's even by just, what is it, 0.93 seconds that Sean missed out on P2. He's not going to be really happy with that, considering he's been a very dominant force in this series, especially in the Subaru. So maybe an off day.
No, but let's, understand, we're only halfway through. And if Stingray or Spectre can keep this up, maybe Sean won't be the dominant force after all.
We'll just have to wait and see, don't we?
It's going to be wonderfully interesting. We have got Zero Hunter in chat saying, Grizzly, hi. Haseo saying, well, that was bloody terrible. Well, Haseo, if you actually attended Drivers Academy and or followed the Metal Gauge series of racing tips, which is foot down and, well, speed and power. Just going to say that. Zero Hunter says, easy clap, now I have no chance to win. Zero, how many times do I have to tell you? It's not about winning. Mention winning one more chance, and I slap you. I slap you.
And I believe
Alan
that's
Toast
timer.
Confident Zero Hunter. Tonic saying hello. Well, Tonic, goodbye. Because you say hello, I say goodbye. Toast giggling his ass off in chat. Epic in chat currently saying, I'm going to have a bad race today, not feeling 100%. Epic, we all have those days, and plus it's Tuesday. It's the day after Monday. Who wants to follow up on a Monday? No one likes Monday, and we all hate it, so we're already going to hate Tuesday even more. Sainty Boy saying, wow, my car looks good on stream. Sainty, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot to change cars during quali, so yeah. But you always do good. Thingies, Zero Hunter says, Epic, you did fine. But Hazard, it's not as good as what I'm usually doing. Toast saying, how is you guys? Toast, I am feeling fan-fucking-tastic. How are you feeling, Ephes?
I'm doing decent.
Tonic says, well, thanks, Metal, lol, with a laughing emoji. I will happily say goodbye. And she then says goodbye, so I'm saying hello. Sainty saying, dirty lap 2, such a shame. Sainty, it happens, man, don't worry. Epic says, good luck, Toast. Toast says, Monday, what's that? Toast, that is the day working people don't like. Hazard saying, it's just the last corner, but sorry, what is confidence? LMAO. Confidence is what, well, confident people have. Oh my god, there's so many messages. Toast doing cheering. Lemony Chan Uo saying crying noises. Aww. Toast says decent. Hazard, my daddy's gonna drill in my room. What type? Is it a cordless or a corded power drill? Tonic says, seriously? Toast laughing, Hazard crying, T-Smith saying, feel alright since I came into this without preparing and missed this last week. T-Smith, you'll be fine, but we did miss you. You know, we did notice you went there and we missed you.
Should we go over the things that are now in place for this round compared to last week, Metal? Because quite a lot of stuff has happened over the last 7 days.
They have.
So, first of all, the Honda NSX has been given a slight nerf, I believe, compared to last week. Quite strange, considering they were the car that caused a lot of incidents during the race at Maple Valley. However, in light of some of the events that unfolded during the races at Maple Valley, specifically the amount of people that were driving backwards to enter the pit lane after they missed it, there has been now some clarification on this, And starting now, this will now be severely penalized if this continues to go on. If you miss the pit lane, suck it up, you have to go around for one more lap.
Okay.
But to be honest, that was to be expected. Like, you don't drive backwards on the racetrack.
Unless you lose Hamilton, then they just say, "Ah, it's fine."
Okay, that was in a grid. That was in a different scenario, in a different position. He was just in a wall trying to reverse out.
Stop defending him.
I'm not even I'm not defending him. I'm just saying how the situation was at the time. You know me, Middle. I don't even like Hamilton myself. I'm a Verstappen and Charles Leclerc fan.
I'll agree with you on Verstappen, but I would happily change my Leclerc because boo, French, boo.
Okay, fair enough. Monaco is in France technically.
No, I find him overrated. Like, personally, as a driver, I've not seen anything from him where I've gone, wow. Like, I find him overrated.
Okay, that's fair.
However, I will say, Landau / shockingly, Vettel.
Oh yeah, we both agree that Sebastian Vettel currently is the best ambassador for the sports. I mean,
right, let's go to all the chat because there's a lot in this. Holy crap! Toast saying boo because it got a power nerf. Tonic asking if you got any facts. Of course he does. Toast says petition to get an M3. This is the JTC, so Japanese
there's never been an M3.
car.
There's never been an M3 in Super GT, so that is not going to happen.
Mainly because it's German. Lemony saying TTV Fire's excuse was because they had only been playing Forza for a week. I have been playing mini games first time, and I don't do stupid crap like that. So, as excuses go, that is weaker than a baby's forearm. Hazard saying Omega Look, Omega Look, 18th in DBR9. Hazard, you weren't last. Epic saying, no, I haven't practiced the pit entrance. Uh-oh. Well, yeah, definitely uh-oh. Lemony says, can confirm, was training them. Boy, you need to train better. Toast says, say psych. Psych! Hazard saying, Tonic, let's form an alliance. Tonic, don't do it. Tonic, don't do it. Toast says, I'm dead in this round. You're dead in all rounds. Toast saying, Sebastian is just wholesome. He is now. Younger, he was an a-hole.
I suppose young years and all that stuff have to make something for that.
We can agree, during his Red Bull and Ferrari days, a-hole. Yeah?
I was actually not even really watching Formula 1 during his Red Bull years because I got bored of him all winning all the time. But then again, back then I was young and stupid.
And now you're just old and stupid like me.
Thank you.
Look, we're men. We don't grow up. We just grow old. We still do stupid shit. You know why? Because I thought it would be a good idea to put a small drop of super glue on my thumb and stick it to my other thumb to see if it would actually stick. Guess what? It did. My thumbs were attached for 4 hours before it peeled away slowly. Again, stupid and old.
Yeah, that's a classic.
See, everyone put glues. Oh my god, there's so much chat. Lemony says, oh god, I have the hiccups. That's going to help my racing ability. Yes, it will. It will hop you to victory. Toast says, we can make an exception whether than clear tape. Okay. Sale says, sounds like I got one metal to whack in a race. Sayo, that isn't nice. I could, like, fire you. Toast is just laughing again. We've got a new chat in the viewer called the Milkman. Have you brought milk, Milkman? I'm curious.
We can take that out of context.
The Milkman 928 says, let's go T-Spiv, let's get this, yes sir! T-Spiv saying, yes sir! Oh my god, there's so many in chat. And Haseo has replaced Metal to Donkey. Haseo, you're a shit. That's all I can say.
I'm not going. No. I don't do those kind of things. I'm gonna call Metal still.
God.
I'm still gonna call Metal.
Thank you. Someone would respect you, Norwegian twatbag. And I mean Haseo, not any other Norwegians watching. I like all of you, apart from Haseo, who lives in a ditch. And before you say I'm being rude, he actually does live in like a ditch between two mountains in the middle of butt-fucking nowhere. And the milkman says, I have brought milk. Special milk. Oh no.
Yeah, see, I knew this was gonna be taken out of context.
I wonder where the milk's from though. Like Europe, Asia, America, you know, because you can taste different things.
I'm not even gonna bother discussing that.
Toast says Haseo got scammed. He likes it there. Likes to live in a ditch. Tastes. Another first-time chat viewer, Explosive Galaxy. Monkey milk is my favorite. What the hell is monkey milk?
I'm not gonna question that.
Oh, I won't. No. Ephes, that is the golden rule of life. Question everything.
Some things I'd rather don't want to know something. Trust me, sometimes it's better. You're better off not knowing.
Ephes, have you never thought that pigeons are really just drones for the government, and the reason why they sit on power lines is because they're inductively charging themselves?
That's you know what? I'm not.
Tell me that doesn't make sense. When they all sit on power lines, they're just recharging through their feet.
There is some logic, but I'm not buying it.
Hazard says choco milk. Choco milk is fucking gorgeous. And what was that? What was that, Ephes?
Yeah, you heard me right.
No, bitch! Say it again!
I don't like chocolate milk, or even regular milk.
How dare you!
It appears I will now be killed momentarily by Metal. Please send help.
I am going to do the Bart Simpson Homer strangle to you, Ephes. Oh my god, the chat is going off today. Holy shit! So saying, bro, whom's man's get him out, ban with little handcuffs.
Oh, Metal. I think it's time we get this race going. So race 1, it's all yours.
Woohoo! All I can say is the chat is very not happy because you don't like Jockey
Well,
Milk.
that's their problem. Metal, please take us on the way for race 1 of round 4.
Oh, you gotta love it. Anyway, so here we go. I still can't believe you don't like chocolate milk. Honestly, who doesn't?
Well, lights out and away we go.
You bitch!
That's what you get.
Oh, fuck you. So,
anyway, let's go.
Stingray Spectre, a sea of NSXs, and Sean, who's already dropped down to 4th, trying for a cheeky break, but then gets sandwiched as there is nothing but tyre smoke and panic. Sainty already dropping down to 10th in that little kerfuffle.
It's a scramble in the midfield with a couple of new people and the old guard changing places. Side by side they go into the infield. Cosworth and Joubert side by side. But here comes Joubert from inside and takes position on the inside now of Witchley with a very impressive looking RX-7 there. One of the new people even signing up for this series. It's her first time racing under FTC leagues. But let's see how she will do. Ooh, a bit of a lock-up, and Zero goes off as a chain reaction unfolds between between Witchy, Crow, and Zero.
And I will like to say it's great having all these new names here. Witchy, it's a pleasure having you here. But Witchy is also going on the attack of Crow. Crow being a little bit slow. This is certainly not a track that favours the Subaru, is it?
I suppose the Subaru can't be always this dominant, but it's still a scramble all the way behind her. Cosworth looking for her way past the witchy lady from Japan. But Cosworth not being able to put the power down for now and having to set back, line her up, and go for another attempt.
I'm going to have a look at her livery because it's looking amazing, I might add.
Yeah, very impressive indeed.
And I think it's already Hooper certified because there is a couple of anime girls on
So
there.
you know the livery is certified by Hooper, then you know you're onto a winner. Anyway, let's take a look at the guys into the chicane. It's Cosworth still behind Witchy Lady. Look for a way past, and they might have found a way as they have put the power down.
Yeah, they have certainly done it. But minor pause, Epis. Have a look at Witch's livery again. Have you seen the clever thing they've done? On the front right headlight, when that headlight will pop up, it will form a perfect Japanese flag because of the white rectangle with the red dot.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
That's very clever, actually. Imaginary bonus points for that because I'd like.
Oh,
that
here
detail.
Jubert on the
like
inside of
little
Zero,
details.
but it's extremely tight in that hairpin. Come on, guys, keep it clean, keep it tidy, and so they do. Jubert taking the position away from Zero in the Loctite NSX. Meanwhile, Zero looking for a way to repay the favor, and he goes on the inside and does make it not yet stick. Schubert now has the advantage of racing line here. Duels again looking for a way past, but doesn't look like that will happen. Schubert goes on the inside in this double apex hairpin, which is the final turn here at the Bugatti layout, and goes a little bit wide. Zero not really able to capitalize on that.
Jubert is doing amazingly well here to try and
but
fight
Haseo was
off
already
Zero.
in the pits.
Haseo must be tired of fighting and knows that he can just do a massive undercut. Meanwhile, back at the front, Sean is getting past TVR, going for a cheeky dive on the inside, trying to make it stick. Will he make it stick? TVR already getting a better exit out of it, but Sean makes that Subaru a million miles wide.
Yeah, he better deals with this threat fast because he's losing time to both NSXs in front of him of Spectre and Stingray. So he really needs to get this sorted right now if he wants a shot at winning. Let's take a look here. P7 Cosworth and Crow in the Subaru. Still hate that name. Are battling now for P6. Crow looking for perhaps an opportunity. The Cosworth doesn't seem to be giving at least yet. Of course, the NS6s are currently very strong here. Maybe Crow has an opportunity here. Doesn't look like it. Oh wait, he goes on the inside of Cosworth. They're keeping it perhaps too wide. And here goes Crow on the lead position of Cosworth. Overtake maneuver completed for Crow P6. Meanwhile, Haseo is currently trying to reel back the back of the pack currently after his very early pit stop. Let's see if that will work and see if he can get a couple of places back. But here come, I believe that's Steve Spiff and Darkstorm Maker just changing places. We couldn't really catch that just on stream due to us being a little bit slow. But here we go, T-Spiff. Actually, T-Spiff he's from Delta Online Racing, I believe, so...
Yeah, they are the DOR boys. They are seriously fast.
A bit of out of form then for the DOR boys over here. And meanwhile, I think the field is slowly reaching its very early form of a stalemate. Oh, here goes Cosworth a little bit on the going wide here on the second hairpin, and Crow sees that as an ideal opportunity to get P6 back. Side by side they go. There's nothing separating them. They're going side by side now down to the chicane here. Cosworth on the inside line. He hugs it very tightly and holds P6 off from Crow for now.
Yeah, but how long can they hold it off? Because Cosworth is already under pressure again.
And Witchy Lady even looking a bit funny at them, so perhaps this could turn into... Actually, no, that's going to be taken out of context. Don't mind that.
Crow is still nudging on the rear of Cosworth as that rear end looks a little bit twitchy as Witchy is also coming, making this a threesome.
Yep, that's why I didn't say
place.
it.
Well, look, you got to make it a threesome.
Yeah, but that's out of context.
I could say worse, Ephes.
Oh, here comes T-Spiff over on Gersoy. Not even a challenge. That was a rather easy maneuver from T-Spiff, taking P12 in the process. Although Gersoy seems to have a lot of rear end damage. What happened?
I have no idea. I honestly don't. But Stingray is slowly being called by Spectre again.
They're still not really in this, hot zone for a battle yet, but maybe there will be some fighting between both NSX drivers. The Goodyear NSX versus the Hard NSX. Who will come out on top? Let's find out in the future.
We can only find out, and we certainly will find out, because you got to admit, doing stuff like this, it's not easy, but it's certainly worth it. Would you not agree?
I suppose, yeah. Oh, I think Witchy is still looking for a way past Chrome the Subaru. Still hate saying that. But Witchy, she's slowly losing ground to Crow. Not a lot. Still enough time to make up.
Crow only manages to create breathing room on the start-finish straight simply because it's a big, long, fat straight. But when it comes to the twisties, Witchy does catch up, as we've just seen there, as the Subaru is not... It's really not its track, is it? It's struggling hard.
It's like I said, it could be an off day as Darfstorm goes very early on the brakes in the right-hand kink here at Lassard, and Roof Turtle is gonna make advantage of that. They glue together. There's a little bit of contact as Starf spins around, and Tonic takes advantage of that. Roof Turtle may have something. I don't know who's really at fault there, but Darth is not gonna be happy about that.
They're certainly not going to be happy about that, especially in 16th, as they've gone into the sand now as well.
That will have heavily compromised the race of Darkstorm, and make it especially for frustrating nights as is.
Mind you, T-Spiv and Zero are relatively close.
Let's see, T-Spiff, where is he on the... There he is.
T-Spiv looking to get past Hazard in 11th. Mazda versus NSX.
Ooh, bit of contact between them.
He does nudge him up the bottom, but nothing too bad comes of it. And I will admit the Mazda is a bit of a bold choice because, well, in my opinion, it is the lacking out of the three.
You say that, but we don't have that 350Z racing here, so... I mean, someone has to be the slower car.
I know, but compared to, it's still...
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Zero having to defend hard and wide to T-Spiff. Loctite and Haste better use that 3 first letters in its brand. Better use that to lock that racing line down. Yeah, my puns really haven't improved. Oh, here comes T-Smith again on the inside of Zero. And this time, ooh, bit of contact between them. Zero is gonna be the victim in this bump and run from T-Smith, and successfully goes T-Smith in P10, top 10 for DOR guy.
T-Smith is there for now. However, will there be a rebuttal? Because Hazard is really close and is looking for a dive.
And I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, because T-Smith is just blazing away on the straight currently.
No, they won't. No. We have got a little bit of technical, but then we've got that monster of a straight, and Hazard is already under the rear wing of that Mazda, and we all know that Mazda ain't fast in a straight line. It needs these corners. Hazard is catching him through the corners. The straight is only foreshadowing what is going to happen. So Hazard, if they keep it smooth and keep it
never
clean,
mind. Zero decides to go into the pits.
Hazard, you robbed us of a fight. How dare you?
Still could be worse.
My God, there's a lot of people in the pits. Sainty in the pits, Hazard in the pits.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scramble as far as it's currently going on. We're almost halfway in the race.
In the pits.
Let's take a look at the...
Spectre and Stingray still mightily close to one another.
They're probably going to be pitting together at the same time. Just like when Sendin and Ren did that, if you remember.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. They are not going to want to break this draft or fight. Spectre will only pit when Stingray pits.
Or maybe Spectre will pull out a... Yep, I thought that I was about to say, and he does so indeed. Spectre go in the pit, so probably Stingray in this coming lap.
I don't think Stingray will. I think Stingray will wait until about lap 12. 12 to 13 for Stingray, I believe.
Well, let's find out, because Stingray has got himself clear track ahead, so he has to push in his Goodyear NSX to make the most of this opportunity.
That is true. Oh, and it's going to be tight coming out between Jubert and Spectre. Jubert has passed Spectre quite a while. I forgot how long the pit stop was on this track.
Has Jubert pitted?
Let me have a look. That would be a no.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, everybody's pretty much spread out at this moment. Not much going on.
Everyone is, well, they're in Tourer mode. They're hot lapping, which makes things a bit of a ball ache for us, but we will find the gem in the sea of garbage, and that gem currently is Witchy Lady, who is in the middle of a little of a pack between Rude Turtle and Sainty Boy. Nice equal distance, but if anyone does make a mistake...
Stingray goes in the pits! Stingray in the pits! Oh, almost tapping the wall. He might have avoided that big accident, but yeah, Stingray is now in pits. Where is Spectre? Where is Spectre on the track?
Spectre, I believe, is 7th. As I think we have a disconnect.
Someone who was currently just before this game. Who was in 6th?
I don't know.
Spectre is currently coming out of the final hairpin turn, and I think Stingray is going to have the position. It's going to be incredibly tight. Here comes Spectre. He's on the main start straight, and I think Stingray's... Yeah, he just exits the pits right now. Actually, no, here comes Spectre. It's going to be close. No, Stingray has it. Stingray holds this leading position. But here comes Spectre. He has to do a dive right now. No, not quite.
Ooh! The undercut did not work.
By the skin of their teeth, Stingray avoids an overtake. And now he's under big pressure.
The person we lost was Jubert, thanks to his second faulty Series X. I'm telling you now, it's something Jubert's doing, because you don't have 2 faulty SSDs in a row unless you're doing something wrong.
My number one advice with new generation consoles is always don't buy them first time out of the gate. Give them time to troubleshoot some factory and production problems, then buy them like after a year or 2. Plus they're still extremely volatile.
That's what I'm doing at the end of the month.
I believe in the UK it's currently much easier to get hold of a Series X, isn't it?
Haha! No.
Oh, so it's just so everybody in the world is still just as fucked.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people are even saying because of Horizon 5 coming up, which is only like, what, 3 more weeks?
Yeah, 3 more weeks, and it's just under 3 weeks for a premium edition or premium.
I think it's, what was it, gold or something? Oh, meanwhile, DOR Cosworth goes past Epic, but I think that was because of him going into the pits. Actually no, so quickly going back to what we were saying about Horizon 5. I mean, currently they've been showing, I mean, I know you've already elaborated about this, like they'll probably go down to 720p and give us a 30 FPS. However, that doesn't detract from the fact, Playground Games themselves, and Mike Brown, I can attest that he said it, they have said they would show Xbox One footage. And to this day, they still have not kept their promise. So, of course...
FS, you're talking about the same Mike Brown that said they would show the song playlist on stream yesterday. And they quite literally said in stream, you'll find out the song playlist when the game comes out. So, yet again, another lie.
Probably not the first, and probably not the last.
But then again, I'm not allowed to say anything bad, am I? Because, well...
Background reasons.
They're perfect, with no obvious flaws.
But, yeah, I'm just trying to be cautiously hyped for Horizon 5 currently, just because of... Well, I'm not seeing currently what I was looking for as Spectre here is providing what we want to see currently is really mounted the pressure on Stingray. I think that the anger of his undercut failure is perhaps fueling his fury to charge for the leading position, or rather the net lead position, because both of them have taken a pit stop.
It's actually nice to see some anger, you know, driving in rage.
And meanwhile, Cosworth is currently in the pits, serving his pit stop right now. I think Spectre's gonna make the dive. Here he comes on the inside. The hard NSX tries to dive, and Brian, contact between them. Stingray
going side by side.
A little bit wide, but holds P1 on the net leads.
Spectre showing massive hunger, but not enough defensive skills to keep Stingray at bay.
If he can do it once, he can do it again. I wouldn't count him out just yet.
Oh yeah, but the same argument can be said to Spectre as well. If he failed to overtake once, he can fail to overtake again.
That is also true. Very good. That's a very well point taken. But like I said, if it can be done once, it can be done again, regardless of what side. I mean, you keep an eye on them, because I think there is a battle. There's actually 2 battles going on. Witchy Lady and Sainty Boy accompany each other. Meanwhile, there's also Gursoy and Zero having a bit of a scrap.
Really? I've got to see this. So
And,
let's have a look at Epic and Cosworth.
Yeah, if we got 3 cells to choose from, pick one and let's have a look at that.
I'm looking at Cozzy and Epic right now. Epic doing their best to find a way past.
Right, so let's quickly go back to Witchy Lady and Sainty, because that's certainly a bit... I mean, they're still close enough, but it's not really a hot battle, so to say, just yet.
Oh, Epic is looking at the inside of Cosworth. They're going side by side. Will Epic be brave and go for the dive? Will he be brave and go for the dive?
Cosworth being force wide, but takes the lead position here, going on the inside line. Epic looking for a way pass around the outside, but doesn't quite get the run he needs. Cosworth holding P5 down.
Fantastic defensive driving from Cozzy there.
Don't think it's the last attempt we'll see from Epic just yet, but he is running out of time slowly.
He is running out of time, but time is not a factor, it is patience. And that is if Cozzy has enough patience to deal with Epic for, let's be real, another third of the race.
Pretty much, I would say so.
Because when you think you're a third of the race under pressure, constantly, that's a tall order.
Oh, who's going currently? TVR goes in the pits, but there's no way they will be able to get the gain the net lead, because here come our friends Spectre and Stingray.
Stingray still doing a fantastic job, doing what they're doing best.
Meanwhile, Spectre also trying to run down the Goodyear NSX. However, he is running out of time. I think Stingray has found his rhythm and will try to maintain that for the entire remaining portion of the race. I think we have someone stopped on track, or is that just in the... Is that...
Yeah, TVR is stopped.
Oh, and quite a dangerous position even, because he's still rolling ahead, so hopefully that's being called out, because that could get very ugly.
Well, luckily they're slowly rolling into the...
Oh, TVR, no, TVR, no.
What is TVR doing? They've got no damage.
That's also
What the hell is...
That's also a really good way to get to park your car safely out of the race, because he crossed the racing track back to and essentially park himself on the inside, when realistically you could have just drove into the just go in the gravel and problem solved. I think race control will have a look at that, as I think he's going to disconnect. Yep, it's TVR who disconnected. However, they did not really park their car in a safe manner, so that may be looked into after the racing today.
Very mysterious, that. But we will look into it, obviously in confined spaces, should I say.
Yes,
but
like
let's get back to some racing where we've got Witchy currently being chased down still by the Sainted Boy. Witchy actually doing very well for their first time out.
Yeah, Witchy is doing really good for considering it's the first time out in the FTC environment. So credit where it's due. Very strong start from Witchy Lady in her FTC career. However, she's currently under pressure from Sainty Boy. who's slowly but surely crawling his way back into contention for P7. Perhaps something can happen, or at least a little bit of a battle between the two. Nothing. Oh, bit of a slide from Richie. That's gonna be very advantageous for Sainty here, who's trying to make a run for P7. Down in. Oh, looking for a way past the.
Sainty getting a little bit twitchy.
And if they keep going like that, T-Spiff is gonna be looking for an early opportunity, perhaps, at the closing stage of the first race of tonight. Quickly looking on board with with our friend Stingray and Spectre. They're still into contention race. Spectre is still looking for a way past, but the Goodyear NSX is doing pretty much everything right. Stingray is really holding down.
Epic is recatching back up to Cozzy, and we've only got 3 laps left, so if Epic wants to get something done, he needs to get it done now.
Time running out indeed for Epic. Let's see how that will unfold in the next few laps. And with that, we've pretty much reached a bit of a stalemate again in this race. I'm currently just keeping my eyes out on Spectre and Stingray here, as Spectre is really creeping closer.
I'm currently watching Epic and Cosworth, because Epic is really starting to reel in again, and if they don't make a mistake, we're going to be looking good.
I suppose you could say that again. Oh, Spectre, not really good exit. That may have just cost him the entire race. Stingray is probably smirking already and smelling that P1 winner in a chicken dinner already.
Spectre's not going to be happy, are they?
Well, we see what his anger can do, so I would say let that anger fuel his push to, well, at least one more battle, but he only has 2 more laps to catch up and pass him for the P1, so his time is running out fast. However, 1.1 seconds to cover. For 2 laps, that's quite the gap. And let's take a quick look at, I mean, Epic is, I suppose, creeping a little bit closer to Cosworth, but not by the large amount, I would say. D-Spiff and Sainty are actually really close currently. Oh, what happened to D-Spiff suddenly hit the brakes rather hard. I'm not sure what happened there. Bit of a mysterious thing going on.
Cosworth and Epic are right back under one another.
Yeah, Epic is really trying one more opportunity to get, or that's not really a correct way to say it. Epic is trying to look for that final opportunity for P4, but I don't think that's really going to be really important, because our 2 NSXs at the front with TMS Stingray and his Goodyear NSX is currently on the final lap of the first race. It's a dramatic return of form.
True.
It's a dramatic return of form for the NSXs, like I said in the early part of the stream, because...
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like... Oh, here comes Sonic. She's about to get lapped, so she lets them pass nicely and calmly without too many issues, so that they can keep on their current pace. But yeah, like I said before, it's a dramatic return of form for the NSX, considering how lethal they were during the Maple Valley race. So of course that's really good to see for all the Holland NSX drivers and fans today.
I will say though, credit where credit's due, there has been some tight racing so far today.
There
And
has been
it's
some
been
tight
very
racing.
nice to
Yeah.
see.
It's not a crazy amount of tight racing, but when there was a battle, it was a good one. Here's actually an interesting little feature of this race, because apparently Spectre has the faster lap between them and Stingray.
Ooh, that's
A 43 even, which is in fact the fastest lap time of the day. However, lap times in the end doesn't matter in a base race, because coming down to the 2 final turns in the single hairpin, Sean is not gonna be staying domination for too long, because here comes Stingray to collect the first race win of tonight.
You're really getting into this now, aren't you?
Hey, I'm doing something I'm enjoying, might as well make the best of it.
Gotta make the best of it. And Sean, even though they have not been mentioned pretty much at all during this race, just romped home in third. Well done, Sean. Now, the battle between Cozzy and Epic, that's been raging for quite a while now. Cozzy is the superior driver in this round though, taking 4th, Epic in 5th, Crow only just in 6th, making quite a nice little return to form at the end. Witchy on her debut race, as Sainty gets unbelievably twitchy at the exit there, only just getting 9th, T-Spiv in 7th, Gersoy. Wait a minute. How is T-Spiv in 7th? Huh?
I don't really know. Maybe it's something on the game it's in, but I can't really elaborate on that all too much.
They finished behind, but yet... I smell shenanigans. Gersoy rounds off the top 10. Haseo in 11th. Well done, Haseo.
Very solid result from the Norwegian driver, who's usually in the commentary box.
In 12th. Root Turtle in 13th. Tonic in 14th. Darth in 15th. And TVR and Juvit being our DNFers of the night.
And that pretty much wraps up race 1 out of 2 for round 4 in the Super GT series. Or, well, I'm not gonna bother calling it the JTC series anymore. It's just Super GT for me. And that's the timer. So race 1 complete. So the drivers have now a small break to just settle the meets, and then we'll get underway for race number 2.
Yeah, it gives them time to chill, relax, grab a drink, go to the toilet, and just, you know, recuperate before, you know.
But yeah, interestingly, a strong return to form for the NSXs, so that's of course beautiful to see, especially after they have been given a bit of a nerf after Maple Valley.
Ooh, no kidding, they were given an F. Epic says, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. No crap, Epic, you did real well. Tonic says, da da da. What do you mean, da da da? Tonic says, I'm just slow. Newsflash. Yeah, we know. Lemony Chan says, Ruto accidentally got caught on me and I died of it. LMAO. Lemony Chan, that's fine. Zero says, no, you're fast. You're both slow. Fine. Isaiah says, well, my early pit stop strategy worked. No kidding, it did. And Tonic and Hazar are flirting in the chat now. Okay.
So in the meantime, what can we really talk about? Just to settle down, choose a little bit of, you know, so if, yeah. And silence bestows the commentary box. Very unusual. Actually, no, I have perhaps something that we could perhaps, well, starting next week, I believe. This has been, I believe, announced on Twitter. Let me double check to make sure of that. Don't want any.
Whilst you are checking that on Twitter, I apologise for the silence, but I just got handed some quite serious news. Where I currently live, there is an airport about 1.5 to 2 miles away from me. You know, not close to where like there's planes coming
okay.
over me, but it's close, yeah. I've just received a news thing on my phone saying, be prepared in case of sudden bang and loss of power due to discovering a bomb.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That is.
So,
oh,
if
dear
I
me.
if I suddenly drop out and the stream suddenly stops, you know I've lost power for that reason. So,
Yes, but
fingers crossed they cut the right wire.
yes. But in the meantime, we do wish a lot of we do wish our support and send our thoughts to the families who are currently just awaiting. Actually, is the plane currently still boarded by the passengers, or?
So, yeah, mind you, you can't exactly have a, you know, that is one thing I've always wondered. Like, how do you train like explosive disposal people? Because you can't exactly get it wrong, can you? Like, oh, I cut the wrong wire, I just lost a finger. You know, you can't exactly do that, can you? You know, it's like I've got to cut the right wire.
Well, yeah. I mean, something like that is something you just can't. I mean, you can perhaps simulate it with like a dull explosive, so to say, but
Yeah.
I mean there isn't really a way to train for that. In fact, I actually have a bit of a story with a bomb myself, because when I was like very, very young, like just a toddler, the school I went to, on a specific day, that had to be cleared out because of a sudden discovery of an undetonated World War II era bomb.
Well, that isn't concerning at all, is it?
Well, I mean, a undetonated World War II bomb that's, to be honest, nothing new, because there's still... Okay, yeah, it's a very disturbing fact, because for all intents and purposes, there's still, like, hundreds of thousands of tons of unexploded TNT just sitting in the soil, maybe underneath your house without even knowing, and could go off at any given moment. I hope you sleep well tonight.
Well, Ephes, whilst we're on this quite dodgy subject, would you like to know how much of a tough family I come from?
Oh boy, cue
fact.
the dramatic music and the grey screens.
Fun fact, me and my mother survived a bomb detonation.
Holy shit.
When my mother was pregnant with yours truly, she was doing like a, like a little bit of maternity shopping, like where you get like bigger clothes, maybe some baby clothes, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
She was walking out of a store, and she came out, and this officer said, ma'am, you need to go home. They found a suspicious device. You need to go home. She literally just turned her back, boom, fell to the floor, 1,000 shards of glass sticking in her, and one of them actually pierced, like, my baby sack and stuff like that. So when she got to the hospital, they just looked at me, like inside and her, saying, we don't know how you didn't lose him.
Crazy how... it's like crazy, because all of these, like, history has its like a giant amount of near misses. It's
Oh yeah. Your entire life is just the amount of times you can etch up on the chalkboard. Like, I missed death this many times, and it's like, oh, but this one got me.
yeah, like how crazy. Okay, maybe a bit of a. I guess you could have expected this from someone like him, kind of example, but even World War II, the amount of near misses in that is insane.
Well, it's like, have you heard about the Hawaiian bus driver that no one will go on holiday with?
No.
Right. There is a guy in Hawaii, right? His job is to drive, you know, like the little tour buses, like, oh, here's, like, you know, Honolulu, you know, Aloha, you know, that sort of stuff, right?
Yes.
He went on holiday to Taiwan, tsunami.
Oh.
He went on holiday to Japan, typhoon. He went on holiday to Australia, locust plague. He went on holiday to India, fucking flooding and mudslides. He went on holiday to Germany. He got struck by lightning. He went on holiday to Texas. F5 tornado.
I was about to say there should be a tornado in there somewhere.
Whenever he travels,
Wait, an F5?
there is a Yeah. Now an F5 tornado. For those of you who don't know,
Wait,
like
is that
F1,
the Oklahoma? No, wait, is that an Oklahoma tornado? Like El Reno
Yes.
2013?
Yes.
I remember
those of
that
you
shit.
don't-
I remember that shit from Storm Chasers on Discovery Channel.
So, oh, that was such a good show. For those of you who don't know, F1 is basically a summer's breeze. F2 is strong. F3 will blow out your windows. F4 will rip off your roof. And F5 will remove the tarmac from a road and erase all existence of humanity.
And then we still have the EF steps above that.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so that is the Hawaiian bus driver.
Damn.
That never goes on holiday, because every time he does. Oh yeah, he also went to California and
Bushfires.
No, actually no, it weren't bushfires, but he did get his foot bitten off by a bear.
Man has seen it all, I guess, but looks like we're about to get race 2 underway, so Metal,
Yeah,
for
we
those
are,
famous
as we've
words
got
once again.
TVR and Jubert back in. Fingers crossed his his Xbox doesn't decide to crash his game for God knows how many times. So, and here we go. Lights out, away we go for the Le Mans Bugatti circuit for hopefully what is the final race of the night. And TMS Stingray and Spectre already giving one hell of a show. Going side by side up to the first corner. Spectre getting the inside line, already covering everything off from Stingray, but Stingray gets a superior line out. Nothing Spectre can do. They carry so much speed, and Spectre again is forced behind the infernal Stingray. What else can this man do?
Oh, but here comes, I think Spectre is looking for a way past him on the inside. Not a cool dive bomb from him. He's holding out. Sean is looking for a way around. Who is in it for DOR's Cosworth? But no luck for the Subaru.
Tell you something, Stingray.
Oh, here comes Sean on the
Spectre.
inside. He passed DOR Cosworth. And Epic is currently in, what is it, 5th?
He is in 5th. He's currently where he started. But to say it's very chaotic for that one, because they are desperate for places now. Sean is no longer messing about. He is pissed off. He is amped up. And he's ready to take back positions. And that right there is the lethal trifecta of a successful racing driver.
Meanwhile, in the midfield, it's already slowly separating, but it's a bit of a scramble. Not much really, although I think I just see Epic trying to go for a move, not quiet.
Epic was having a look, but the problem is, every time he has a look, he gets slowed down. And what happens when he gets slowed down? There is a pigeon waiting to perch on 5th place.
Suppose let's stay on board with with more of the front of the field. Yeah, Sean currently third, which is where he finished, but still a long race. Only lap 2 out of 18, and still pit stops to go. So we're pretty much just turning pages as we go in the second act of round 4.
That is true. We are just baby stepping through this at this point.
I think it's Saint. He was currently under pressure from DORTs with an RX-7. Two unlikely rivals starting to fight each other. Sainty trying to hold down the racing line on T-Swift in his RX-7, but Sainty goes a little bit wide. Perhaps T-Swift can take advantage of that.
Sainty does prefer the wider line, but if he can hold that, I think he's in for a good show. Mind you, going back off what we were saying about the newly announced Series 4 FTC, starting a week on Friday, is the Racing Truck Series.
Season 2.
Exactly. Now, my eyes are going to be all over Sainty. Do you know why, Ephes?
I wasn't around for the first time they did a truck, so by all means.
Sainty Boy is currently the reigning Truck Series champion.
Defending his title, then I see. That could be interesting.
Sainty, as much as he's like middle of the road in cars, in trucks, he is dominant.
Perhaps a second coming of Sainty then, but not really right now, as I think Epic is trying to have a look on Crow's position. Yeah, he goes on the inside of the Subaru. Still hate that car. And there goes Epic in P5.
And Sainty already having a little fight with T-Spib as well, who's robbed him of 7th place.
Meantime, both Rooturl and Seo just left the pits. Both RX-7s are now looking for a way to duel.
You know, it hurts me every time I see Haseo's RX-7 because deep down I'm thinking, you could have chosen so much better.
I mean, it's their choice. Car's a car, and here comes Haseo on the inside. Side by side they go with the Leidenhouse RX-7 of Rooturl now on the inside line, but he looks to lock down that racing line. Never mind, he goes a bit wide.
Oh, he's going tight on the inside, but will he hold it? Go for the switchback, Haseo.
Lock up of the brakes.
Never mind, you can just lock up instead, that's fine. As there is a smattering of people at turn 1 going into the pits.
I would say about 3 people are currently in the pits.
There's a ton of people in the pits. Holy bajoli.
Meanwhile, Spectre and Stingray are currently just keeping each other at an arm's reach to see who can come out on top in the second race, but Spectre's on the attack.
Witchy, Tonic, and Crow currently in the pits.
And I think they will hold their positions over Rooturl and Haseo, so obviously something between those two has caused their early pit stop.
And Stingray, though, still leading this race. Only just over Spectre is doing every single possible little thing they can do to try and muster that coveted first place position.
Spectre is looking like the faster driver here, though, so maybe Spectre is gonna be a little bit more feisty and hungry for that lead position. Only time will tell, though.
That is true.
I think we got... Well, not quite just yet. Root Turtle and Sail Storm sort of battling out, but they're still not super close. Down the chicane they go. I believe it's called Dunlop. Spectre. Oh, here comes Spectre. Nah, maybe a switchback is on the order. Not quite, it seems. And Sean is just getting left behind by the corner. So I think Sean is going to need to cut his losses for the first time in the series, I believe.
Which is a shame to see, because Sean has been, in no uncertain terms, unmatched so far this series, and this is the first.
Oh, hold on.
round he's had.
Darstormmaker and Jubert, wait, that something just of a collision seems to happen because those two were very close indeed. Something tells me maybe a little bit of a collision has happened, so the battle has just cooled down for a little bit. Meanwhile, Sainty and TVR are scrapping it out. NSX versus Subaru Impreza. A proper Subaru, unlike the Subaru. Still hate that thing. But, yeah, Sainty looking...
Why do you hate it, FS? I wanna...
You don't call it a Subaru, you call it a Subaru.
I'm hearing the same word, FS.
You're just starting to take advantage of that, aren't you? Never mind. I think we just did we just have a disconnect? Yep. Zero No Huzzer is out of the race. A DNF, unfortunately, for the Loctite NSX. Really unfortunate, as I would say, but here come Epic and T-Spiff trying to chase down DOR Cosworth. In fact, Epic is in a bit of a DOR sandwich, you could even say.
DOR sandwiches, complete with mayo.
I mean, if you're going to make like a nice little sandwich with like bacon and cheese and then lettuce and tomato and all that stuff, I would put some mayo in there. And maybe
I had a killer sandwich. I had a killer sandwich at work today.
Actually, do you like sprinkle a little bit of pepper on your vegetables on your sandwich? I really like it.
I haven't tried it. I will let you know when I do. But
FTC food tips.
But I had a killer sandwich at work today. You know, like a baguette.
Mm-hmm.
I had a baguette, full fat butter spread on both sides, then diced up rotisserie chicken and bacon, all stuffed in the middle.
But no cheese.
It didn't need it, mate. This was thick Danish cut bacon.
Okay then.
It was basically a heart attack on a baguette.
Sir, we don't need you to have a heart attack. We need you to we need you in the commentary box. I just can't take that position with you in the hospital. That would be sad.
Look, I could feel the years shaving off my life with each bite, and it was so... That sandwich was ungodly.
Meanwhile, I think DOR Cosworth actually no. Oh wait, T-Spiff is looking for a way past Epic right now.
Yeah, T-Spiff was in front of Epic, but Epic has managed to slither on past for now.
And Epic also losing a little bit of time to DOR Cosworth, so that DOR sandwich is getting a little bit dissolved right now.
We've got Zero Hazard in chat after DNF is saying, opinion on me metal. Be honest, please. that is dangerous, Hazard, because, well, I don't sugarcoat things. I will be honest with you, though, because I respect you as a racer and a human being. You are a talented person. To get to the top, no. To get near to the top, yeah. And my main complaint with you is that you take things so goddamn seriously that I want to put your voice on mute when you start moaning that you're not winning.
If you have the pace to win, you'll probably win, but
my
can't
biggest
win 'em all.
complaint is that you're not joining for fun. You're joining to win, and
oh, Epic
well,
goes in the pits. Epic goes in the pits.
bleh. But no, that's my opinion. You know, I do like you, Hazard, but when you're saying, like, you know, oh, do I have to pit because then, you know, positions are everything and blah, 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 it makes me want to mute you, man. So, okay, you saying that's what matters, right? Position? No. I have said this to you 1,001 fucking times. It is about joining in and having fun. If you're not doing both, there's an issue.
In the
Meanwhile, though, away from life lessons and back on to fantasy racing, Stingray is still in first, but still under immense pressure from Spectre. Spectre truly living up to their name and being the ghost that is constantly haunting Stingray.
yeah, but he's not really gaining enough time to really mount an overtake on Spectre.
Yeah, exactly. Pulling away either, is
I
he?
mean, Stingray, I just confused the positions. Oh, maybe Spectre.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Pulling away though, are they?
Let's see. Is Stingray going to pits now? No, he's staying out. Same with Spectre.
Spectre is gonna pit now when Stingray does.
Well,
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
I
his
mean-
only chance to jump him in the pits.
yeah. That's pretty much only. But he needs to make sure he can nail that stop dead on, essentially.
And that right there is the luck of the Forza gods.
He needs to make absolutely sure that he watches Stingray's every single move to make sure that he can respond in time and, you know, take the pit entry. As I think Stingray just went a little bit wide there.
Did go a little bit wide, but nothing major. As T-Spiv is in the pits. Oh, and I spy with my little eye something beginning with battle between Sainty in 10th and Witchy.
Yeah, these two still going at it. So let's see what they can do. Here comes Witchy Lady on the inside, clearly faster than the Subaru WRX STI Impreza on the inside, but here comes Sadie on the inside, but around the outside go Witchy Lady, and now side by side out of the exit of Dunlop, and Witchy Lady very impressively taking P10 from Sainty.
All I can say to that is clap, 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 Miss Witchy Lady.
Yeah, honestly, Witchy Lady making a very, very strong debut for her first time here in FTC. Oh, but here comes the Seo here on Router, Leightonhouse RX-7 versus the Nordic RX-7. On the inside line he goes. They're side by side. Keep it clean, boys. No,
Seo getting a little bit of a drift.
Yeah, Leightonhouse R7 of Router holding down the inside line
This
now.
isn't Formula Drift, boys.
The Seo giving a little bit of a bump, so he has to start all the way over again with that position of his.
That he does because he, well,
Wait.
in no uncertain terms.
Spectre. Is Spectre in the pits? Spectre is in the pits.
Oh dang, they went early again.
Another attempt at an undercut, but I don't know. I don't think this time it will work. Stingray was the first race it didn't work, so.
Will history repeat itself? Only time will tell.
Anyway, I think there's a bit of a battle also still going on.
I'm just watching Blue Turtle and Haseo. They're constantly side by side and exchanging at this moment in time.
Battle of RX-7s then.
Just watching these two.
Ooh, Haseo had a bit of a better
rotary
run.
engined fleas.
Haseo has a bit of
Going
a better
side
run, but
by
loses all that
side.
momentum.
Oof. I think Haseo has slightly shorter gearing.
That may be perhaps a bit of a problem indeed on the faster bits of the track. Stingray, where is he? Stingray, is he in the pits? Yes, he is in the pits, and he missed the entry, it seems.
Ooh, that's not going to help him.
That may have cost him a lot of time, so, where's Spectre? Where's Spectre on track? We need to track him. Where's Spectre? He's currently... Ooh. He's approaching the final few turns, so let's take a quick onboard with him. Let's see if he can make it stick this time. Here we go, through the hairpin turn here at Circuit de Sabuca layout. Now on the main start-finish straight. Where's Stingray? Where is he out in the pit lane? Where is he? Oh, it's gonna be close.
It's gonna be real close.
Stingray just only rejoins. He does not have enough time to build that speed up. And here comes Spectre. He goes into the net leads.
Spectre actually making that undercut work for him.
This was probably possible because of the mishap Stingray had. So maybe.
However, will Spectre have enough gusto to keep Stingray at bay?
Yeah,
let's be real, it's another half of the race.
Pretty much, and in race 1 we've seen nothing but Stingray out in front, so Spectre has a lot of pressure backing up of him, so let's see if he can carry that pressure all the way to the end of the race.
Now, Ephes, can I make a joke with you?
Sure.
Have you seen The Matrix?
No.
Oh, god damn it. Do you know the joke of the red pill and the blue pill?
I do know about that.
Do you
I
take
see
the
where
red
you're going.
NSX
I see
or
where
the
you're
blue
going.
NSX?
I see where you're going with this.
Some say that if you stare deep into these cars, you'll see the true reality under the game.
Yeah, I have never watched The Matrix, so I can't really help with that reference.
Ephes, my homework for you for the rest of the week, young man, is to watch those films.
That's gonna be problematic. I don't even have them. I can't even rent them.
Netflix.
I don't even have that.
It has a free 7-day trial.
Yeah, but I would only spend it on anime. Never mind, you didn't hear that on stream. You forgot that now. I did not say anime at all during that. Ah, shit. Oh, here comes
Someone
Stingray.
clip that, please.
Spectre is starting to crack already under that pressure, but Stingray not looking for a way past, just in his Goodyear NSX.
If they're already cracking on lap 12,
There's no way. It's imminent. That's what I would say. It's imminent.
I think the word you're actually looking for is inevitable.
Meanwhile, let's say, the FTC, Juman and Sainty rather close to each other, with Witchley not too far in front of them as well. Perhaps something could spark up here real soon.
Spectre still in second, but only just as Stingray is lining up for a sting.
Meanwhile, Sean is currently in the pits, but we both know that that is not gonna give him that net race lead right now, because here comes Spectre and Stingray. Through the hairpin they go on the start-finish straight to start lap 14 out of 18. 5 more laps to go for the both of them.
And Sean is just coming out the pits now as Spectre and Stingray go rocket past them.
Stingray lining up for a dive bomb perhaps, but he has to back out now. Here he comes on the inside. Side by side to go through Dunlop.
Bumping Spectre though, just edging themselves into useful space.
Spectre must be sweating, and we're not even on lap 14, 15 or 16. It's a long way from home.
You certainly can't win the race now, but you can lose it.
If he keeps it clean and holds down a racing line, he should be fine, but it's gonna take a lot of nerve just to keep the car under control and to place it where it should be placed. Meanwhile, the witchy lady Hubert and Sainty have caught each other, so that's a bit of a battle in its own developing right now. All three individual cars of the series going at each other, so let's see what they can do. RX-7, NSX, and Impreza going at it.
Oh, let's actually see that, because I want to see that little threesome.
Metal Cage out of context in a FTC commentary session.
I like it how you say out of context, like that's something I wouldn't usually say.
You know it's a bit of a joke in our friend group.
Yeah, I know FS, but, well, not everyone might know that I'm a massive pervert.
Okay then. Meanwhile, Stingray is dropping back a bit. Stingray has actually dropped back a bit. Not by much, but still not as close as he usually is on Spectre.
That certainly is interesting.
And Sean not really capitalizing on everything, so like we just like race 1, he will be the third wheel.
Juba is still sandwiched between Sainty and Witchy.
I'll remove my eyes a little bit from our leading pair right now, so Witchy Lady Hubert, yes indeed, they are. Oh, it's easy in fact getting sandwiched.
Juba getting past Witchy. Sainty getting past Witchy.
Oh, caught it between the two teammates.
She absolutely got crushed.
FTC showing what it stands for. Hard but fair racing. Tough luck for Witchy Lady. As Sainty goes rather wide there.
Told you, Sainty prefers those wide lines.
Yeah, but that was a bit wide. Like, properly wide. And a bit of contact from Sainty as well on the rear of Witchy Lady. Actually, that can be taken out of context. Oh, no, Witchy goes around! And in the gravel she goes!
Oh, I see the stationary little dot on my map as I change back to Spectre and Stingray, who are still fighting it out for first. Stingray, though, being the pain in Spectre's side that won't go away.
I think Stingray has a good run now on Spectre once more, but is still tucked down behind him. Oh, here it comes. That gap is just disappeared in a fraction of a second. Stingray needs to be a lot more close this time round if he really wants to make it stick, and we only have 4 more laps to go. Stingray really looking this way and that way to get by Spectre, but it's just not happening. Spectre is really looking strong right now and tries to hold back Stingray as far as he can. The Goodyear NSX versus the hard NSX. Who will come out victorious? Meanwhile, TVR and Epic, another pair of NSXs, are scrapping it out for P number 6. Epic really looking just to hold the line down in this fake Loctite NSX for now, with the pink TVR Han NSX with interesting advertisements, trying to find a way past to get P6. But so far, nothing is guaranteed for both of them. TVR looking for a way past Epic now in the final corner section of Circuit de la Start. It's Bugatti layout, not really used all that much in real-world racing, although its license grade is not really allowed for all that. As TVR goes with one wheel on the gravel, that's going to buy Epic a lot of time in the closing stage of the race. Just 3 more laps to go.
And Ethis, just to answer your question why this track isn't used as much, there's one main reason for that.
No clue.
It's bigger brother.
Yeah, Circuit de la Start, it's Big Brother, the Le Mans layout, but I mean,
yeah,
this layout is still being used for, I believe, the motorbike racing and the big trucks.
I will say 3 words where you'll go, yeah. Are you ready?
Sure.
Big, Chungus, straight.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Actually, you know, it's also being used for the European NASCAR series, so I mean, there's still some, I wouldn't say high-profile series coming, but there's still, you know, some action. Because I don't really think motorbikes would really survive the onslaught of racing at full velocity on the La Sarthe straights.
I would love to see Formula 1 race here.
Actually, Formula 1 has raced here in the past, in like, what, 1940s, 1950s? Okay. Although it was on the Bugatti layouts.
Okay. Current cars on this layout are not at Paul Ricard, because Paul Ricard is a terrible track.
Here's the problem, though, with the Bugatti layouts. It doesn't have a Grade 1 license, and it needs a lot of, you know, like, upgrading to get that Grade 1 license. And the track in itself is, I don't really think, a better alternative to Paul Ricard.
Okay. Ethis, this is where your fun facts can come in. What does a racetrack need to actually become Grade 1 listed?
You can ask me that, but honestly, there's a lot of, you need like crazy amounts of runoff, you need better facilities, this and that. As Seo interrupts my fun fact of the day here and makes a move stick on, well, never mind, they're going side by side for the final quarter section here on the Bugatti layout, and Seo seems to make it stick not yet, because Rooter is finally back in the lane in house RX-7.
Come on, Haseo.
Down they go through the hairpin turn. Haseo seems to have the advantage right now, and it stick. So Haseo into P13. But all eyes right now on Spectre and Stingray as they round the corner section where they just were visited by Haseo and Root Turtle. They got, excuse me, one more lap to go around the Bugatti layout. It's gonna be down, dirty, fast, loud, everything in between. Here we go, final lap sponsored by Costies, going live here at the Bugatti layouts.
So we've got Spectre versus Stingray. The Ghost versus the Fish.
Stingray will have to be a very aggressive driver here, making a lot of risks if they want that P1. And here we go, around the outside he go.
Spectre made a mistake. His rear twitched.
Oh, that's gonna be, oh, but don't count him out just yet. On the inside he goes, side by side, and Forza going even.
Oh my god. Could this be any closer?
I think Spectre is really, really looking for that victory, but it's slipping away. But here comes Stingray, who has a bit of a sim twitch as well. There even once more. Down the hairpin they go.
Spectre going for the dive. He needs to close it off.
Are we looking at another repeat of Spa-Francorchamps with Huracan and Shrek?
Oh, no, because these two have been side by side from lap 1. It's now lap 18. Spectre holding on like a terrified toddler to his mother's arm in a supermarket.
Oh, but Stingray is looking for a way past him. Only 2 or 3 more corners to go. Spectre has coped brilliantly with all of this. This undercut finally worked. And now rounding down the final turn, the final hairpin here at Circuit de la Sarthe. It's a brand spanking victory for Spectre, and he takes it in glorious fashion. Stingray has been wiped clean.
Well done.
Oh, someone goes off the track too, even on the track. There's a bit of a, I think TVR and Hubert have been caught in some sort of calamity. In fact, it was a back marker, I believe, that caused all of this. Yep, Darkstorm Maker may have been a bit of a naughty back marker.
Ooh, naughty back markers, naughty. Sean finishing up in third once more. T-Spiv in fourth, Cosworth in fifth, Epic in sixth, Crow in seventh, TVR in eighth, Just, Juba in ninth, Sainty in 10th, Witchy rounding out the last couple of corners, finishing up in 11th place. Very well done, Witchy, on your debut. I must say, very well done. Gersoy now coming home in 12th.
Oh, but it's still not all settled down, and because it's P13 and a 14 on the line here. Haseo and Root Turtle in both the RX-7s going around the outside. Root Turtle goes, Haseo looking down. Oh, the drag race! Root Turtle got him! Root Turtle got him in the RX-7 Leighton House livery car, and Haseo will be kicking himself to have lost out by just, what is it, 0.7 seconds?
No, 0.07 seconds.
Oh, dearie me, Haseo is not gonna be happy.
Haseo lost by 7/100ths of a second.
A heartbreak for Haseo, unfortunately.
Can we get the Fs in chat, please?
Yes, get some Fs in chat for Haseo.
Whilst they finish up, the important question is driver of the day. Now, I think there's only 2 names that are coming to mind.
Both Spectre and Stingray, I suppose?
Yeah.
I was actually going to say Witchy Lady because of her relatively strong debut, I would say. But yeah, Stingray and Spectre have given us a incredible show to watch.
Well, if we're going for outside names, I want to say Root Turtle simply for giving Haseo the middle finger.
Oh boy, Haseo is not going to be happy with that.
Do you want to?
Why not? Yeah, let's just enjoy our power one too many times.
Unexpected turn of events here. As good as Spectre and Stingray were, they were fantastic contestants. Witchy, fantastic on her debut. However, simply for denying our usual co-host 11th place by 7/100ths of a second, Rude Turtle is our driver of the day.
Yep. The Leighton House RX-7 denying Haseo this is so disgusting.
The insult was great with this one. Now, coming back to what we have got in the pipeline. This coming Thursday, we are back with the ever beautiful and not so young Phil and Dave, who will be teaching you all the things in photography, how to take not just good photos, but legendary photos. And how do I know? Because they have trained me to such legendary status that you can check for yourself that I took a photo so breathtakingly gorgeous that it even prompted Infernus to actually try and outdo me. Spoiler, he didn't. But then we don't have a stream this Friday because we're taking a week off, and I think we're entitled to a week's rest between series because it's fucking hard work.
But yeah, next week will be the debut of the second season of the Truck Series. 11 races over 6 weeks with, actually on this very layout, will be the final race of that series. It will be a 1-hour endurance race.
Well, that's going to be awful. Join us then when Haseo and I are extremely bored.
This is gonna sound like a truckload of trouble. And I may have just killed Metal his sanity with that horrible pun. But anyway, has been FTC. Its 4th round of the JTC300 Super GT series. We thank you very much for watching. We thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you.
However, Ephes, you can't say goodnight just yet because we have to say a couple of thank yous. The first thank you is to Haste for sponsoring this series once more. Go and check them out. They're fantastic people to work with, and they've made the prize possible in this. But also, another special thank you to Forza Comp GG. It wouldn't be a stream without thanking them. They promote what is hot and what is not in the Forza Space universe, and they're fantastic friends of the channel. They're fantastic friends of ours. They're wonderful people to work with. They promote, they share, they upload highlights of us and teasers of us. They're wonderful people through and through. So not only thank you to ForzaComp GG, but thank you to all of you in the chat who have been watching, talking, interacting with us. Ephes, thank you for joining me tonight also. It's been a pleasure as always.
It's a pleasure with me as well. And we're looking forward to next week for another round of JTGC action.
That is very true. But until the next time that FTC graces your little flesh balls of ivories, have a good night. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other's. And have a very, 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 very good day. Peace!